Hello, guys. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's class. So I'm going to kindly ask you, first of all, to turn on your cameras. And, well, one extra thing, double check always your microphones, okay? If you are going into the session, you are joining the session, please do not forget checking your microphone, it's off, okay? Let's avoid any issues, any cursing, anything that probably you might regret later, okay? So I'm going to give you a couple of seconds so you can turn on your cameras and we can start with today's class, okay? Let me check. Okay, please, your camera, Emanuel, Maylin, Lucila, Cristel, Iskra, Dayanara, Steven. Okay, wait, we are waiting currently for Iskra, Emanuel. Thank you, Iskra. Lucila, Dayanara. Your cameras, please. Denise Segovia as well. Thank you, Lucila. Okay, we are only waiting for Emmanuel and for Denise. Please, your cameras, guys, so we can start with today's class. Wilmer, your microphone, por favor, tengan cuidado con sus micrófonos. No quiero que pase un inconveniente como el que sucedió en nuestro primer día de clase, ¿ok? I'm telling you this in Spanish, so it's crystal clear. Remember, check your microphones and be aware of the things that you are saying during the session. Okay. Denise Segovia, are you there? Denise. Valeria Kishpi, can you please turn on your camera? Thank you, Valeria. Okay, I'm gonna start sharing my screen so I can start passing the attendance, okay? Okay, remember, and this is information that I'm going to repeat at the beginning of every class, we are at A with course, right? Today, we are basically on our second day of week 2, right? So remember that in order to approve this level, you will need at least 70% of your attendance. How you can check this? You have the link in this document just right here in your Moodle platform. Class resources, the second resource, attendance 3C. You can check, I'm sorry, yes, you can check right here, how's your percentage going, right? So if you go to the very end of the file right here, you have the attendance. So today it's February 27. I'm gonna start passing the attendance. Remember, no present. That is in Spanish. In Spanish, we say presente. Let's avoid this. But you can go instead with here, hello, good morning, hi, okay? So let's start with Alan Acuña.
Good morning.
Good morning, Alan. Steven Alvarado.
Here, miss. Good morning.
Good morning, Steven. Camila Baque.
Here, good morning.
Good morning, Camila. Thank you. Iskra Bermúdez.
Here, good morning.
Morning, Iskra. Thank you. Elizabeth Cambisaca.
Good morning, miss.
Good morning, Elizabeth. David Carvajal.
Here.
Thank you, David. Cristel Cepeda.
Good morning, miss.
Good morning, Cristel. Saray Cerezo.
Good morning, miss.
Good morning, Saray. Mercedes Correa.
Good morning, miss.
Good morning, Mercedes. Okay, give me a second. Okay, Denise Segovia, can you please turn on your camera? Thank you, Denise. Jose Payasco, please, your camera. Okay, let's continue. Jelliver Cruz.
Good morning, miss.
Good morning, Jelliver. Rosa Kunishpuma.
Good morning, miss.
Good morning, Rosa. Jose Luis, I'm sorry, Luis Echeverría.
Good morning, miss.
Good morning, Luis. Iván Ganchoso.
Here, miss. Good morning.
Good morning, Iván. Okay, let's continue with Ileana Garcia.
Here.
Thank you, Ileana. Mauricio Garzón.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mauricio. Evelyn Guamán.
Good morning.
Good morning, Evelyn. Mateo Jiménez.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mateo. Wendy López.
Good morning, miss.
Good morning, Wendy. Maylin López.
Good morning.
Good morning, Maylin. María de Los Ángeles Cedeño.
Hi, miss.
Hi, María de Los Ángeles. Valentina Minda. Wilmer Miranda.
Good morning.
Good morning, Wilmer. Dalton Moreno.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning, Dalton. John Navas.
Here, teacher.
Thank you, John. Miguel Padilla.
Good morning, miss.
Good morning, Miguel. José Payasco.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning, José. Giancarlos Pérez. Verónica Pinargote.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning, Verónica. Valeria Kishpi.
Good morning, miss.
Good morning, Valeria. Ángel Reyes.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ángel. Dayanara Rosero.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Dayanara. Denise Segovia.
Good morning.
Good morning, Denise. Steven Seminario.
Good morning, miss.
Good morning, Steven. Blanca Solano.
Good morning, miss.
Good morning, Blanca, Lucila. Helen Solís. Helen Solís. Michael Tigreros.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning, Michael. Alison Toala.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning, Alison. Génesis Toledo.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning, Génesis. José Velasco.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning, José. Daniela Viteri.
Good morning.
Good morning, Daniela. Paulo Zambrano.
Good morning, Miss.
Good morning, Paulo. Ángeles Zambrano.
Good morning, Miss.
Good morning, Ángeles. Ronaldo Zarauz. Ronaldo Zarauz.
Good
Oh.
morning, teacher.
Thank you, Ronaldo. Okay, I'm gonna do a roll call just in case any student, any absent student join the session. Valentina Minda. Giancarlos Pérez.
Good morning, Miss.
Good morning, Giancarlos. Please, I need that your camera is on in order to stay in the class. Okay. And Helen Solis. Okay, guys. So before we start with the class, I have a few words from Giancarlos Perez. He wants to apologize because of the incident that happens the very first days of class, okay? Voy a darle unos segundos a Giancarlos para que él se disculpe por el incidente que tuvimos en el primer día de clases. Así que, Giancarlos, por favor, para que nos indiques cualquier cosa que quieras acotar.
Sí, me disculpo lo sucedido el martes pasado. Volverá a pasar.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Giancarlos, for that. Okay, so let's take this as a precedent and let's just put this behind, okay? This is already in the past. Just let's try to remain friendly, okay? This is a safe space, no cursing words, no, let's avoid any danger or any harmful, okay? Entonces, mantengámonos en un ambiente amigable. No es necesario por qué caer en este tipo de vocabulario. Cualquier cosa que tengan que decirlo, díganlo, pero que no quede aquí de manera grabada, porque mi obligación como docente es darles a ustedes un espacio seguro en donde no haya ningún tipo de comportamiento violento o palabras no adecuadas. ¿Sí? Así que vamos a dejar esto atrás y vamos a iniciar con nuestra clase del día de hoy. ¿Ok? Now, I think that, yes, let's go back to our Moodle platform, okay? And we were currently, last class, we were covering Unit 1C, okay? Once again, guys, right here, you're gonna see that Unit 2A and Unit 2B are available, but please don't do it yet, okay? Just do the activities I'm telling you to do, okay? Por favor, ustedes van a ver que tienen activado su unidad 2A y la unidad 2B, pero por favor, no se adelanten, ¿sí? Solamente cuando yo les diga que hagan una actividad, ahí ustedes la realizan. So, we were checking clothes vocabulary, right? We did some of the activities of this unit, but right now we are going to continue to the next activity. I was telling you about, okay, we have three terms. We have the term wear, carry, or dress, okay? Sometimes we have some issues whenever we want to know when do we use carry, wear, or dress, okay? These are three similar words, okay? Estas son palabras similares que a veces no sabemos en qué contexto utilizarlo. So let's see, let's try to be clear about this, okay? We have the word wear, right? Wear. For example, I'm wearing this jacket right now, right? This coat, okay? Wear. You also have the word carry, and the word dress. So let's see the first one. We use wear. The pronunciation is wear, no wear, no, wear for clothes and jewelry. We can also use wear for glasses, okay? So if you see clothes as this coat, right, you can say that I'm wearing this coat right here. Also, for example, right here you have a bracelet, right? This is a bracelet right here. So this is jewelry. I can say that I'm wearing a bracelet, okay? And this guy right here, this is the singer from Maroon 5, right? Adam Levine. So he's wearing glasses. So if you have clothes, jewelry, and glasses, you are going to use the term wear. Now, when you have carry are for bags, cases, right? For example, right here, this lady, she has right here a bag, right? So it wouldn't be appropriate to say she's wearing a bag, right? So the appropriate term will be she's carrying a bag. The word is carry. Now, in terms of dress, we use dress with no object to describe the kind of clothes that people wear. Let's see examples right here. Hollywood actresses, right here you have Zendaya. This is Justin Bieber's wife, Hailey Bieber, right? Hollywood actresses dress very well. They usually dress in black, right? So right here we use this as a verb. Aquí utilizamos esto dress. Dress puede ser utilizado como verbo o puede ser utilizado como sustantivo. En este caso yo estoy diciendo Hollywood actresses dress very well. Right here it's a verb. Las actrices de Hollywood se visten muy bien. They usually dress in black. Aquí también es un verbo. Usualmente se visten de negro, pero yo puedo utilizarlo como sustantivo. I can say, Zendaya dress is black. So right here I'm talking about the dress that Zendaya is wearing, right? Aquí yo estoy hablando del vestido que está utilizando Zendaya. Entonces hay que saber el contexto en que lo podemos utilizar, okay? So once again, we use wear for clothes, we use dress for jewelry and glasses. Right here you have an example. Adam Levine is wearing sunglasses. Miss Andrea is wearing a bracelet. Miss Andrea is wearing a coat, okay? Now, next one, we have a bag, right? If you have a bag, in this particular case, you are going to use the word carry. Carry, no carry. The pronunciation is no carry, but is, I'm sorry, by this, carry. You will say like carry a bag. And we can use dress to say that I'm dressed, like I'm dressing really good, okay? Hollywood actresses dress very well. They usually dress in black, okay? Now, right now, we are gonna work together, okay? This is what I'm gonna do right now. So remember that we were checking right here vocabulary regarding the appearance, right? We talked about height, age, build, general appearance. We also talk about hair, right? You have access to this. Remember that if you go to your Moodle platform right here, the very first link is the access to this note. But anyway, I'm going to send you this, okay? So you can access right now. I'm gonna send them through the chat. There you go. If you want to access, you can do it, okay? So the activity is this. Pay attention. I will assign you, right? I will pair you with another classmate randomly, and I'm going to send you to a Zoom room, right? And you will have 5 minutes to describe yourself. So let's say that, for example, Ronaldo, please, your camera. Let's say that I'm in the room with Paulo, right? I'm going to tell Paulo about me. Paulo, my hair is short, it's dark, right? And I'm also can tell you that my eyes are brown. I'm also can tell you that, let's see, let's go to the vocabulary, right? I can say that I have a mole right here, right? I can also say that I'm slim, that I'm tall, right? You are going to describe yourself. That is it. You're going to have 5 minutes. And then Paulo, it's going to describe himself. Paulo, it's going to start, yes, I'm tall or I'm medium high, I'm muscular, I'm handsome, my hair is short, is brown, right? You are going to choose vocabulary from right here and you are going to describe yourself, okay? Any questions about this activity? If you do have a question, please raise your hand. Okay, los voy a mandar a un cuarto de Zoom por 5 minutos y se va a describir primero uno y después el otro. Okay, se va a describir a uno mismo. No voy a describir a mi compañero, sino que yo mismo me voy a describir. How you gonna do this? ¿Cómo lo van a hacer? Pueden escoger vocabulario que hemos estado revisando acá. Okay? Any questions about this?
Miss,
Yes, Iskra.
Miss, no es una pregunta de la actividad, pero es una pregunta de cuando usamos use. Por ejemplo, I'm using. Cuando se usa.
That is a good question. Okay, let me share my screen once again. Okay, let me first of all form the groups and then I'm going to explain you about that. Okay, déjenme formar primero los grupos y luego explico eso. So, as Iskra was asking, I'm gonna add this right here, okay? So, Iskra was asking about use and where, right? So the difference between the word use and where is that usually use it's for tools, right? And where it's for dress. For example, cuando hablamos de use es cuando yo como que empleo el uso de algo. So, for example, I'm using my computer. Como que yo utilizo mi computadora. ¿Okay? En ese caso es adecuado utilizar use. Pero en el caso de wear, ¿verdad? Es como que algo como más que una prenda, ¿verdad? Algo como que yo me puedo poner encima, por así decirlo, okay? So you can say that basically that is the difference, okay? Let me see, what else? Déjenme darles un ejemplo concreto. Okay. So, let's say that you have a hat, okay? You have a hat and you also have a pen. So you can say that I'm wearing a hat, right? Because you are putting the hat in your head. So because of this, you use the word wear. But if you are using the pen, right? You are saying, I'm using a pen to write a letter. So in this case, it's quite different. Entonces, el wear es cuando es como una prenda, como algo que me pongo encima. Pero el decir use, de usar, es cuando es como una herramienta, como algo que yo manejo, ¿verdad? Como que utilizo una pluma, utilizo la computadora, utilizo el celular. Okay, that is quite the difference. Is that clear, Iskra?
Sí, Miss, gracias.
Okay, you're welcome. Now, let me go back to the groups. That was a good question. If you ever have any of those kind of questions, just go ahead, okay? Si en algún momento ustedes llegaran a tener algún tipo de pregunta similar, go ahead, okay? Siempre pregunten para que no se queden con la duda. Okay. Let me check. So I already have the groups right here. Let me share my screen so you can check. These are the groups, okay? So Cristel with Wilmer, Elizabeth with John, David with Jelliver, Lucila and Genesis, Alan and Veronica, Luis and Mateo, Camila and Ángel, María de Los Ángeles and Steven, Ileana and Mauricio, Dalton and Sarai, Steven and Valeria, Denise and Emmanuel, Evelyn and Ivan, Maylin and Wendy, Iskra and Ronaldo, Alison and José Velasco, Michael and Paulo Zambrano, Daniela and Rosa, Ángeles and Mercedes, Iskra and José, and finally, Dayanara and Giancarlo. Okay, I think that somebody log out. But anyway, okay, so I'm going to open the rooms right now. Just 5 minutes, okay? Just practice this. Remember, you're learning English. You don't have to be perfect. Just go ahead, okay? I'm gonna open the rooms right now. Okay, guys, I brought you back. So right now, let's wait so the rest of your classmates join the session, okay? Okay. So right now, let's do something regarding your description, okay? So this is a different link. And right here, you guys are going to do this, right? Take a look. You are gonna be able to basically add your name, for example, Mateo Jimenez, right? And Mateo, you are going to describe yourself. So you can follow the same thing, right? Take a look. In my case, I am 170 centimeters tall. This is my height, right? This is my height. My hair is dark brown and short. I'm slim and I have a small mole on my right cheek, okay? So that's what you're going to do right now. Mateo, you are going to do the exact same thing. Name and last name. Iskra, you are going to do the exact same thing, okay? Please, just avoid deleting your classmates' whatever your classmate is writing, okay? So please, this is an activity. I have to see that you are adding your name, okay? Esto es una actividad, va a quedar registrado su nombre. So just take a look. Ivan, it's right now accomplishing the activity, okay? So just go ahead and avoid deleting your classmates' writing, okay? No, por favor, eviten borrar lo que está escribiendo su compañero. Okay, we have Jellybear, we have John, we have Jose Velasco. You guys are just copy and pasting what I'm writing. That is useful, so go ahead. Okay, I have Alan, I have Emmanuel, Elizabeth, Iliana, Mateo, Evelyn. Okay, keep going, guys. Keep going because this is going to be an activity. Okay.
Sí. Enlace de la actividad al WhatsApp, al grupo de WhatsApp. Sí.
Okay. Okay, it's already in the WhatsApp group as well, okay? So if you want to take it from the WhatsApp group, go ahead. Okay, so I have Jose, I have Iskra, Jeliver, Camila, John, Sarai, Iván, María de los Ángeles, Alan, Emanuel, Elizabeth, Ileana, Mateo, Mercedes, Evelyn, Lucila, Daniela, Steven, Alison, José, Payasco, Maylin, Paulo, Dayanara, David, Valeria, Génesis, Mauricio, Giancarlos Pérez, Steven Seminario, Luis Echeverría, Cristel Cepeda, Michael Tigreros, Wilmer Miranda, Denise Segovia, Dalton Moreno, Ronaldo Saraus, Ángel Reyes. Okay, guys. So please, to the ones that are still typing, do not forget to register your activity, okay? Because this is going to be part of the 20% of extracurricular activities. Thank you very much for your participation, guys. And I want that you guys notice something, right? This is the proper way to say how tall are you, right? Probably you're gonna hear this sometimes. The common question is, how tall are you, right? How tall are you? Basically, right here, any person can ask you about your height, okay? They are asking you about your height. So the common question is, how tall are you? And that's why you have this word right here, this word right here, okay? I am, in my case, I am 170 centimeters tall. Another thing is that usually in United States and usually in England, they don't use centimeters. They don't use meters. They use feet, right? Or inches, okay? They don't use usually this, okay? Tienen que estar al tanto que en Estados Unidos, en Inglaterra, no se suele usar centímetros ni metros, sino que se utiliza pies o pulgadas. Lo mismo aplica para los grados Celsius y los grados Fahrenheit, ¿verdad? Tenemos conversiones diferentes. So it's most likely that you probably going to see this. For example, Chris Evans, right? Captain America. Captain America, he is Captain American. I think that he is like this, right? You're gonna see this. He's 6 foot tall, okay? Let's go to to Google. Okay, I'm going to Google Captain America High. Chris Evans High. There you go. You see? So you don't have centimeters right here. This is basically foot, okay? Foot or inches. So he is 6 foot, okay? Take a look. 6 foot. How tall is Chris Evans, okay? So if you ever said this, 6 feet, it's because they're talking about a different measurement, okay? Entonces ellos, si llegan a ver así, es porque se utiliza, no vamos ahorita a ver cuál es la conversión, sino que se los digo para que se familiaricen, ¿okay? Nosotros lo hablamos en centímetros, pero si lo ven de esa manera, es porque se lo utiliza así en otros países, ¿ok? Entonces, ustedes van a ver esta pregunta en ocasiones, how tall are you? ¿Qué tan alto eres? Se lo traduciría, pero básicamente te están diciendo cuánto mides, ¿ok? ¿Cuál es tu estatura? How tall are you? Y la manera adecuada de contestarlo es diciendo tu estatura y al final agregándole tall. I am, for example, take a look on Jose Velasco. I am 173 centimeters tall. In the case of Iskra Bermudez, I am 670, I'm sorry. I am, how many is it? Okay, I am 167 centimeters tall. In the case of Jellybear, you have, I am 164 centimeters. So you can say right here, I'm going to fix this, Jellybear, okay? You can say this, tall, and you can add and medium high, okay? That will be a better way to express how tall are you, okay? I were glad, okay. Amazing, guys. Okay, thank you very much for registering your activity. And now let's go to the next. Okay, I have a question. Any of you is missing to complete this activity? ¿A alguien de ustedes todavía le falta completar esto? No? Okay, because I'm going to close this because I don't want that any progress is lost. Okay, so I'm going to close this activity. So I'm the only allowed to check who has typed, okay? Now, let's go back to our Moodle platform. And now we are going to make some progress on Unit 1C, okay? Last class, I briefly talked to you about the present continuous, right? I talked to you about this. When do we use present continuous? And I told you that, for example, if I take this bottle of water and I'm doing this, right? I'm drinking water right now. It's an action that it's happening right now. So let's see. If I'm telling you, okay. If I'm telling you, I am drinking water right now, okay? This is something that I'm doing at this exact moment. So for those kind of actions, we use present continuous, okay? And how do we use this? Well, as you can see right here, we start with the subject, then we use the verb to be. And after that, we use the verb plus ing, right? The base verb plus ing. So instead of saying drink, we are going to say drinking water right now. So right here, for example, is eat plus ing, eating. When I'm saying plus, it's más. Plus es esto, plus signo más, ¿verdad? Eating plus ing, I'm sorry, eat plus ing, eating. Right here we have dance plus ing, dancing. Sing plus ing, singing. Drink plus ing, drinking. Okay, so before we go into any other activity, I would like that you guys go to activity 3B. Okay, this one right here. Okay, this one right here. This is the activity that right now we are going to do. Okay, Mateo, can you please read this instruction right here?
Okay. Grammar present continuous. Look at the painting on page 9 by the British artist David Hawking. In pairs, describe the man and the woman. What do they look like? What are they wearing? And what are they doing?
Correct. Thank you very much, Mateo. So take a look on this painting, right? Painting. We have this painting. Esta es una pintura, right? Como un cuadro. So right here, this is a painting by the British artist David Hockney. Okay, so we have two people right here. Take a look. We have a woman and we have a man. Look, we also have a cat. So anybody would like to describe this picture? Probably you can describe this woman, you can describe the man, you can describe the cat. What do you see in this painting? Any volunteer for this? Jose. And then Iskra, okay? First of all, Jose, and then Iskra. So, Jose, what can you tell me about this picture?
Miss me, right?
I'm sorry?
Me.
Yeah, yes, Jose, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there.
The man is sitting on a chair and the woman is looking a la
Right.
nada.
They are like looking, I mean, she's looking at us, right? She's like, I think that probably she's looking at me. So you're right, right? He's sitting and she's standing. Amazing. Thank you very much, Jose. So Dayanara, what else can you tell me about the picture?
The cat is white, she's blonde, and he's sitting.
He's sitting, correct. So Dayanara just talked about the cat is white, she's blonde, and the guy is sitting, okay? So Iskra, what about you? Can you please tell us something else about the picture?
He's wearing long black dress.
Okay.
Give me a minute. There is an echo. Yeah.
Okay.
The man is wearing it's like blue navy t-shirt.
Yeah, you can say t-shirt or probably can be a sweater as well, right?
Yes, like a sweater.
Yeah, but it's red. It's no blue.
Black pants.
It's blue navy for red. Okay. And what else do you see? Like, is this normal? Right? It's like a really old antique telephone right here. Thank you very much, Iskra, for describing. So notice how Iskra, how Jose, and how Dayanara, they said he is wearing, she is wearing, he is sitting, right? They are using present progressive because they are describing something that they are seeing right now, okay? So in those occasions, in those situations, we can use present continuous as well. So let's go with activity 3B, okay? This one right here, please. Click into activity 3B so we can develop this very first activity. Okay, you have 2 attempts and you have 20 minutes to develop this, which is long time. Okay, so Sarai Cerezo, can you please read the instruction?
Ya, un segundo que ya estoy abriendo ahorita.
Okay,
Ya,
take your time.
ya. In the painting, in the months
Sarai,
is
look, this right here. Just look at my screen, okay? Just read it.
ya.
Underline, just read the instruction. That's it.
Ya. On the line is the correct form of either verb in present continuous or present simple.
Correct. Thank you very much, Sarai. So take a look. Well, right here we are going to choose either if it's correct to go with present continuous, right? Verb to be plus ing or present simple. Remember something and listen carefully. We use present simple for routines, for something that happens daily. Nosotros utilizamos el presente simple para hablar de rutinas, cosas cotidianas, algo que pasa día a día. For example, I go to the gym every morning. Present simple. Yo voy al gimnasio todas las mañanas. Es parte de mi rutina. That present continuous is to talk about something happening right now. Okay, present continuous es para hablar algo que sucede ahorita, algo que yo estoy viendo. Okay, so right here we will have to choose which of these 2 expressions make sense. Take a look. We have in the painting, right? We're talking about this painting right here. In the painting, the man, we're talking about this man right here, shoes. Let's see. I don't think that there is shoes right here. So which one do you think is the correct answer? If you have the answer for this, please raise your hand. Isn't wearing or doesn't wear? Dayanara, which one do you think is the correct one?
Doesn't work.
Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else thinks that this is correct or is there another one? Paulo Zambrano, which one do you think it is? Do you agree with Dayanara or do you think isn't wearing?
Wearing.
Isn't wearing, correct. Iskra, why do you think the right answer is this one right here?
I think isn't wearing.
Okay, why? Why do you think this is the correct answer?
Because we are talking about a situation that is happening right now. In the paint, the man isn't wearing shoes.
Correct. Look, whenever I'm describing something, I'm gonna be using present continuous. For example, Jose Velasco is wearing a red coat. I'm describing what I'm seeing of Jose, right? So, for example, Alan Acuña is wearing eyeglasses, okay? I'm describing something that I'm seeing right now. So, in those types of situations, I'm going to use present continuous. Veamos que tiene esto de continuo, algo que pasa en un periodo de tiempo en este momento, okay? Now, let's go with number 2. Anyone that would like to go with number 2? Any volunteer for number 2? We have, in the UK, United Kingdom, women often beat hags at weddings. Often, I'm going to tell you about this once again. Let me go right here. Remember that right here we have adverbs and expressions of frequency, right? I don't know who is this. Always, usually, often, sometimes, hardly ever, never, right? We use these expressions in present tense, right? Nosotros utilizamos este tipo de expresiones en presente simple. Example, I always eat breakfast at my mom's. I usually go to university on Thursdays. I often use my cell phone during classes, okay? So, this kind of expressions, este tipo de expresiones que ustedes ven aquí, son utilizadas para presente simple. Utilizamos otro tipo de expresiones cuando hablamos de presente continuo. Cuando yo les voy a poner acá una tabla para que podamos hacer como que una distinción bastante clara. Take a look. Okay, I'm going to go like this, okay? So we're gonna go with present, simple, time expressions, and present, continuous, time expressions. So, for simple present, you can use always, you can use often, you can use never, you can go with hardly ever, you can go with usually, right? But for present continuous, whenever you see right now, at the moment, currently, these are expressions to use at this present time, right? Because if I say I always have breakfast at my mom's, right? This is talking about routine. I'm talking about something that I'm doing always, like every day. But if I say I am eating breakfast at my mom's right now, is that I'm at this moment on Tuesday, February 27 at 10:11, I'm eating breakfast at my mom, okay? So those are the type of expressions that you can use in present simple and in present continuous. So let's go back to the exercise, to the activity we have. In the UK, women often beat hags at weddings. So which one do you think is the correct answer right here? Any volunteer? Mylene?
Where?
Correct, right? Because I'm describing traditions, ¿verdad? Estoy describiendo una tradición. I don't know if you guys remember when Prince William, Prince Harry, they got married, right? And they have that huge wedding parties, like all people was wearing hats, right? Entonces, en este caso, como es una tradición de la gente de United Kingdom, cuando se casan, uno se ve quién utiliza un sombrero mejor que el otro, es algo que sucede siempre, tradición, rutina. So, present simple. Y aquí viene también lo que preguntaba, me parece que fue Iskra, sobre cuándo utilizar wear y use, ¿verdad? Wear hats, porque te lo pones encima, it's wear, okay? Now, let's go to the next one. We have, in the painting, a white cat on the man's knee. Whenever we talk about knee, is this, right? Rodilla, knee. So, which one do you think is the correct answer? Is sitting or sits? Ivan Ganchoso.
Is sitting.
Is sitting, right? Because I'm describing the picture. Great job, Ivan. Let's go with the last one. I'm going to ask to Daniela Viteri. Can you please read number 4?
My son usually sits at the back of the class so that the teacher can't see him.
Correct. Thank you very much, Daniela. So right here we have usually. Remember that usually goes right here in present simple expression. So that's why Daniela's answer is correct. Okay, so please, let's click finish the attempt so you can register your activity and we can continue with the next one. Okay. Now, right here you have the same thing that I already explained you, right? That how we form the present continuous, we use the verb to be plus the verb plus ing, okay? Now, you have to be aware that we have certain spelling rules whenever we have the verb plus the ing. So most likely, generally talking, whenever you have the verb, you are only adding ing. In the case of cook, cooking. In the case of study, studying. But if you have a verb that the ending it's with e, live, you have to change the e by ing. Okay, take an example as this. For example, dance, right? The ending it's with e, so we delete it and we go with ing. Same thing with live. You delete it and you go with ing, right? For example, another one could be, let me check. Okay. And whenever you have this type of structure, consonant, vowel consonant, you double the final consonant and you add the ing. Y si tienen un verbo que tiene este tipo de estructura, consonante, vocal, consonante, doblan la consonante y luego ing. Lo mismo, por ejemplo, en get, consonante, vocal, consonante, getting, okay? Fit, fitting, okay? So you have to be aware of those rules. Now, let's go with the next activity. Grammar Bank 1A. This one right here. Please click in Grammar Bank 1A and let's do this activity. Right here, you also have 2 attempts in case that you make a mistake on the first one. So, Veronica Pinargote, can you please read the instruction?
Write sentences with the present continuous.
Write sentences with present continuous. Correct. Thank you, Veronica. So right here, we are going to, first of all, we have to identify what kind of sentence or question we have to write. For example, in this example, it's it, and we have the verb rain. And the instruction says that it needs to be negative. So the sentence will be, it isn't raining. Then we have number 1. This one needs to be affirmative. We have the subject, John. We start with John. So which one will be the verb to be right here? Am, is, or are?
Is.
Is, correct. So right here, it will be is. And since we have affirmative, we are going to continue with wear plus ing. John is wearing a shirt today. Okay, so you guys are going to do the exact same thing with the remaining sentences, okay? I'm going to give you 3 minutes. 3 minutes, and then we check your answers, okay? Okay, guys, so we have number 2. Let's analyze. First of all, let's check that this is a question, right? You don't need to add the question mark because you already have it right here. So Dayanara, how would you do number 2?
It's hot. Why are you wearing a coat?
Okay, correct. So right here we have a sentence, right? It's hot, right? Full stop. Then you have the question word, why are you wearing a coat? Correct. Take a look. Question word, verb to be, subject, and then we have the verb plus ing. Great catch, Dayanara. Thank you very much. Let's continue with number 3. Let's see, any volunteer for number 3?
Isn't sitting next to Jane today.
Okay, Cristel, can you please repeat it?
Anna isn't sitting next to Jane today.
Correct. Anna isn't sitting to Jane, sitting next to Jane today. Great catch, Cristel. Thank you very much. And take a look right here. We have a verb that goes consonant, vowel, consonant. So we double the consonant, right? Double T. Anna isn't sitting next to Jane today. Guys, write Jane with capital letter, okay? Now, number 4, any volunteer for number 4? Allison, how would you do number 4?
Is hey, you're standing on my foot.
Correct. Hey, your, right? Remember the contraction is your standing on my foot. Do not forget the expression, the mark, okay? Now, let's go. Ah, no, it's already right here, so delete it. We already have it right here, so it's not necessary that we add it at the end of the sentence. Let's go with number 5. Alan Acuña.
What book are you reading?
Yes, great catch, Alan. What book are you reading? Once again, we don't need to add the question mark because we already have it right here. Now, let's see number 6. Do I have any volunteer for number 6? Any hands?
We are thinking of you at the moment.
Correct. We can say it like this. Let's go. We are thinking of you at the moment. Okay. So guys, right here, you can either go, we are thinking of you at the moment, or you can either go with the full form. Okay. Both are correct. Ambas están correctas, pero está calibrado en este momento que no esté contraído. Entonces, please, escríbanlo tal como lo ven ahí. Okay. We are thinking of you at the moment. Let's go with the next one. We have a question right here, okay? Do I have any volunteer for number 7?
Make up.
I don't know who is speaking.
¿Me escuchan?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Está mal el internet. Is she wearing makeup?
Is she wearing makeup? Correct. Makeup. Amazing. Thank you very much, Cristel. Now, I think I do have right here. Let me check. Steven Seminario. Steven, what about number 8?
They must They make a big Mickey.
Okay. Steven, so first of all, we have they, right? So my question to you, Steven, is whenever we have the pronoun they, do we use is, are, or am? Which one do you think is the correct? Is, are, or am?
Is.
No, it's no is. It's no is. No is. So you have only are or am. Which one do you think is the correct one? Steven, are you there? Is are or is am?
Is are.
Are, correct. So we have they are and we have the verb make, right? The rule says that if we have a verb that the ending is with E, we do this. They are making, what else, Steven?
Big.
They are making a big
I big
mistake.
Mickey.
Mistake es error. They are making a big mistake. Están cometiendo un gran error. Thank you very much, Steven. Let's continue with number 9. I'm going to ask Mauricio Garzón. Can you please go with number 9?
Yeah. Is your mother shopping in town?
Correct. Is your mother shopping? Look, consonant, vowel, consonant, double the consonant, shopping. Is your mother shopping in town? Thank you very much. Let's continue with the last one. Number 10, Jeliver Cruz.
She isn't living with her parents at the moment.
Correct. She isn't living with her parents at the moment. Great job, Jeliver. Thank you very much. Okay, guys, just in case if anybody is having any issues or any mistakes with the activity, you can redo the activity, ¿verdad? Si les llega a haber salido algún error, como por ejemplo a mí, me salió acá. John is wearing a shirt today. Ya aquí porque yo le agregué esto, está mal, ¿verdad? Now, right here, I don't know what is this incorrect, pero pueden volverlo a hacer, ¿ok? Si no, yo los chequeo después. Now, let's do this activity right here, okay? Take a look on my screen. So right here, we have a lot of expressions, right? So depending on the expressions, you guys are gonna tell me if those expressions we use it in present simple or in present continuous, okay? Take a look. We have every day, every week, every month, every year. You also have now, you have today, you have sometimes, okay? So right now, take a look. I'm going to send you this and I'm going to give you 1 minute so you can analyze which of the expressions belong to present simple and which of these expressions belong, okay. Of these expressions belong to present continuous. Give me a second so I can. Okay. Check it out. And in 1 minute, we are going to check your answers. Okay. So let's check. We have, let's see. Mercedes Correa. So, according to you, Mercedes, at this moment belongs to present simple or present continuous?
Present simple.
At this moment, okay? Mercedes is saying that at this moment, it's present simple, okay? I'm going to tell you why this belongs right here, right? Because Mercedes, for example, at this moment, I'm teaching English, okay? En este momento, yo estoy enseñando inglés, right? So, it's something happening right now. Es algo que está sucediendo ahorita, en este momento. Entonces, por eso, esta expresión va en presente continuo. Recordemos que presente continuo es una acción que sucede en este momento, que se mantiene en el tiempo. Okay, now let's see the next one. We have this weekend. Okay, this weekend, Ileana Garcia. Which one do you think is belongs this weekend? To present simple or to present continuous?
Present simple.
Ok, aquí, miren, les voy a decir que cada vez que ustedes vean this weekend, this month, okay, this week, todas esas que tengan esta palabra this, ¿verdad? Es algo que también utilizamos en presente continuo, porque, por ejemplo, yo podría decir, and I could say, okay, I could say, and having English classes this month. Yo estoy teniendo clases de inglés como ustedes todo este mes de febrero. This month, o this week, or this weekend. Entonces, cuando ustedes vean la expresión this, también ustedes por ahí reciben como que un llamado de que es present continuous. ¿Ok? Esta de aquí es algo que recién se los estoy presentando, ¿verdad? No crean que tuvieron un error ni nada. Por algo lo estamos practicando. ¿Ok? So I'm going to ask you, Valeria, what about this year? Which one do you think it is? Present simple or present continuous?
Present continuous.
Present continuous, right? Because once again, we have this weekend, this month, this week, this year, okay? Dalton Moreno, what about always?
Present continuous también.
Present, remember that we already checked this. Take a look. Present simple time expressions.
Sorry. Present simple. Sorry.
Correct. So always it's going to be on present simple. Ronaldo Saraus, what about never?
Present simple.
Present simple, correct. Thank you, Ronaldo.
Teacher,
Yes.
una pregunta. ¿Esta actividad dónde está?
No, you don't have to do anything, only me.
Ya.
Yes. Now, let's see. Genesis Toledo, what about sometimes?
Present simple.
Present simple, correct. Great job, Genesis. Thank you. Steven Alvarado, what about this morning?
Present continuous.
Present continuous, correct, because you have this, right? That is, like you could say that is a clue. Now, Giancarlo Perez, what about right now?
Continue.
Present continuous, correct, right now. Thank you, Giancarlo. Now, John Navas, what about usually?
Present simple.
Present simple, correct. There you go. Luis Echeverria, what about the expression now?
Present simple.
Now, are talking about now, this moment.
Present continuous.
Present continuous. Take a look. It looks similar to right now, now, ¿verdad? Esta es como que ahora mismo y ahora. Basically the same thing. Thank you, Luis. Now, Ángel Reyes, what about once a day, once a week, once a month, once a year?
Present continuous.
Remember, once it's, for example, Ángel, I have English classes once a week. Yo tengo clases de inglés una vez a la semana. Es una rutina. Okay? So this one will be present simple. Okay, Ángel, you again. Every day, every week, every month, every year. Present simple or present continuous?
Continuous.
It's the exact same thing as this one. Es similar a esta. Mira, la de aquí es una vez y yo escojo la periodicidad, ¿no? Una vez al día, una vez a la semana, una vez al año. Esta acá, la expresión every day, todos los días, every week, todas las semanas, every month, todos los meses, every year, todos los años, también implica rutina, ¿ok? I go to Miami every year. Yo voy a Miami todos los años. Es parte de mi rutina, ¿verdad? Es algo que yo hago todos los años. So, present simple. Now, let's see. Lucila Solano, what about twice a day, 3 times a day, 3 times a week? Present simple or present continuous?
Present simple.
Present simple, correct. It's similar to these expressions right here. Thank you, Lucila. Now, let's see about Steven Seminario. What about often? Present simple or present continuous?
Present continuo.
Often, remember that we already checked this. Present simple time expressions. Always, often, never, hardly ever, usually. Okay, so once again,
Okay. Present simple.
present simple, correct. Thank you, Steven. David Carvajal, what about rarely? Raramente, rara vez.
Present simple.
Yes, correct. And today belongs to present continuous, okay? So please, guys, I'm gonna share this with you once again in the chat. This is only an activity, okay? Believe me that whenever we are starting to practice this, you're gonna get used to use this kind of words, okay? Probably right now you're a bit confused, you're a bit lost, but eventually practicing this, you're going to get better. Chicos, les comento. Nosotros aquí nos vemos 4 horas por día, 8 horas por semana, ¿verdad? Que sí ayuda, pero no es suficiente. Por eso es que ustedes tienen que trabajar de manera autónoma. El que estemos aquí reunidos no siempre va a ayudar a que su nivel de inglés crezca. Yo me puedo dar cuenta que hay estudiantes que sí revisan el material de manera sincrónica cuando hay otros que no. Entonces, se los digo no para señalar a nadie ni eso, sino que para que puedan progresar y no tengan ningún problema en el examen final. Si ustedes tienen alguna duda, necesitan algún tipo de ayuda, coméntenme que yo puedo ayudarlos, asistirlos aquí. ¿Ok? Let's continue with the next activity, guys. Okay, right now, we are going to go with, give me a second. Okay, we are going to practice the listening activity, okay? Right here, take a look. This is basically what I can tell right here is that this is the same person as this one right here. right? The name of her is Celia. In Spanish, it's Celia, but in English, it's Celia. And this is Celia today, right? Today, and this was Celia before. So right now, we are going to go to activity 4A. Listen to the audio guide. Mark the sentences. T for true or F for false, okay? So let's go with the following activity. Okay, so this is my suggestion always, okay? Let's say that you have a quiz or an exam, right? First of all, you need to understand the instruction. Cada vez que tengan un examen, lección, lo que sea, primer paso, entender la instrucción, okay? Listen to the audio guide. Mark the sentences true or false. Now, the next step, el siguiente paso, antes de escuchar el audio, leer las preguntas o leer lo que se me va a plantear para yo familiarizar. Number 1. Puede que ustedes le salgan en otro orden, no importa. The painting shows their living room. The painting shows their living room. Celia and Ozzy later got divorced. Ozzy Clark died in 1995. The open window is a symbol of the love between them. Celia doesn't like the painting. The cat is a symbol of infidelity. The painting is quite small. Ozzy is putting his feet into the carpet because he's cold. The position of the couple in the painting is unusual. Percy is the name of the cat. Celia is pregnant in the painting. Mr. and Mrs. Clark make clothes for famous people, okay? So those are the statements that you will have to tell if they are true or they are false, okay? Another thing, right here you have this year, right? So in English, we have something, let's say that an easier way to read numbers, right? So you can go with the long way or you can read it separate, okay? You can read it 1995. Entonces, en inglés, uno puede, en lugar de leer todo el número y leer 1995, que es una manera mucho más compleja de leer el número, uno puede separarlos en dos, los años, sobre todo. 1995, 95. 1995. Right here, for example, este es el año que yo nací. I will read this 1990. Okay, leo de dos en dos. So probably you're gonna hear something like this in the app. Now, let's listen carefully.
1.24. Mr.
Okay, another thing, before we listen to the audio, cuando ya hayan leído todos los statements, todo lo que se está preguntando, la primera vez que escuchen el audio, escúchenlo sin tratar de anotar nada, solamente escuchen lo que más puedan y entiendan lo que más puedan. No es necesario que entiendan todito el audio, sino que entiendan al menos el contexto. Okay, so let's listen.
Mr. and Mrs. Clark and Percy is by the British artist David Hockney, and it's considered to be one of the greatest British paintings of the 20th century. It was painted in 1971, and it's a portrait of two of his friends, Ozzy Clark and his wife Celia, and their cat Percy. Ozzy Clark and Celia were fashion designers, and they had a very successful clothes shop in London. In the 1960s, they dressed a lot of the famous pop stars of the time, including the Rolling Stones and Eric Clapton. Hockney painted Ozzy and Celia a few months after they got married in their flat at Notting Hill in London. He painted them in their bedroom because he liked the light there, and on the wall on the left of the window you can see one of his own paintings. Mr. and Mrs. Clark and Percy is a very big painting, approximately 3 meters wide and 2 meters high. The couple are wearing typical clothes of the late 1960s. Celia is wearing a long dress, and in fact, she was expecting a baby at that time. Her husband isn't wearing any shoes, and he's putting his feet into the carpet. This was because Hockney had a lot of problems painting his feet. He just couldn't get them right. Hockney said that his aim with this painting was to paint the relationship between the two people. Traditionally, when a painter paints a married couple, the woman is sitting down and the man is standing up. In this painting, the man is sitting and the woman is standing. Usually in a painting, the married couple are close together. But in this painting, they're separated by a big open window, which symbolises the distance between them. The white cat sitting on Mr. Clark is a symbol of infidelity. It seems that Hockney didn't think that their marriage was going to be very happy, and in fact, the couple got divorced 4 years later. Celia often posed as a model for Hockney, but she says that this painting, his most famous picture of her, is not her favourite. She said, "It's a wonderful painting, but it makes me look too heavy." In 1996, 25 years after this picture was painted, Ozzy Clark died. He was murdered by his lover in his Kensington flat.
Okay, so that was the first time that we just listened to that, okay? Right now, in this second time, you're gonna try to actually get the answers, okay? Notice the answers, and after that, we're gonna check, okay? Let's hear it.
1.24. Mr. and Mrs. Clark and Percy is by the British artist David Hockney, and it's considered to be one of the greatest British paintings of the 20th century. It was painted in 1971, and it's a portrait of two of his friends, Ozzy Clark and his wife Celia, and their cat Percy. Ozzy Clark and Celia were fashion designers, and they had a very successful clothes shop in London. In the 1960s, they dressed a lot of the famous pop stars of the time, including the Rolling Stones and Eric Clapton. Hockney painted Ozzy and Celia a few months after they got married in their flat at Notting Hill in London. He painted them in their bedroom because he liked the light there, and on the wall on the left of the window you can see one of his own paintings. Mr. and Mrs. Clark and Percy is a very big painting, approximately 3 meters wide and 2 meters high. The couple are wearing typical clothes of the late 1960s. Celia is wearing a long dress, and in fact, she was expecting a baby at that time. Her husband isn't wearing any shoes, and he's putting his feet into the carpet. This was because Hockney had a lot of problems painting his feet. He just couldn't get them right. Hockney said that his aim with this painting was to paint the relationship between the two people. Traditionally, when a painter paints a married couple, the woman is sitting down and the man is standing up. In this painting, the man is sitting and the woman is standing. Usually in a painting, the married couple are close together. But in this painting, they're separated by a big open window, which symbolises the distance between them. The white cat sitting on Mr. Clark is a symbol of infidelity. It seems that Hockney didn't think that their marriage was going to be very happy, And in fact, the couple got divorced 4 years later. Celia often posed as a model for Hockney, but she says that this painting, his most famous picture of her, is not her favourite. She said, "It's a wonderful painting, but it makes me look too heavy." In 1996, 25 years after this picture was painted, Ozzie Clarke died. He was murdered by his lover in his Kensington flat.
Okay. So, right there, we listen for the second time. Now, the first thing that we're gonna try to identify, it's the information that they are giving to us, okay? So let's listen in part, okay? Let's go.
1.24. Mr. and Mrs. Clarke and Percy is by the British artist David Hockney, and it's considered to be one of the greatest British paintings of the 20th century. It was painted in 1971.
Okay, anybody was able to get when the painting was painted? The year that the painting was painted by, I don't remember the name of the author, but Iskra, what's the year?
The year of what, miss?
The year that the painting was painted.
I don't know.
I can repeat it. Listen.
Okay.
Yeah, right here, you're gonna listen to that.
And it's considered to be one of the great 24. Mr. and Mrs. Clarke and Percy is by the British artist David Hockney, and it's considered to be one of the greatest British paintings of the 20th century. It was painted in 1971.
Okay, right there, they said the year that David Hockney painted the were you able to catch that?
She say 1971.
Correct, 1971. Amazing job. So right here, 1971, right? We don't have that question right here, but anyway, we have to identify those kind of facts, okay? So great catch, Iskra. Let's continue listening to the remaining audio.
And it's a portrait of two of his friends, Ozzie Clarke and his wife Celia, and their cat Percy. Ozzie Clarke.
Okay, right there we have the first part. So anyone can tell me if Percy is the name of the cat. True or false? Any volunteer, please raise your hand. Allison.
Yes, it's true.
It's true, correct. So that was the first portion of information that we got from the audio. So Percy is the name of the cat. Let's continue.
Clarke and Celia were fashion designers, and they had a very successful clothes shop in London. In the 1960s, they dressed a lot of the famous pop stars of the time, including the Rolling Stones and Eric Clapton.
Okay, then we have Mr. and Mrs. Clarke made clothes for famous people. True or false? If you have the answer, please raise your hand. Correct, it's true, right? They mentioned that they even dressed the Rolling Stones and Eric Clapton, right? So correct. Let's continue.
Hockney painted Ozzie and Celia a few months after they got married in their flat at Notting Hill in London. He painted them in their bedroom because he liked the light there, and on the wall on the left of the window.
Okay, so let's see. The painting shows their living room. Mateo.
False. In bedroom.
Correct. They show them in the bedroom. Great catch, Mateo. Thank you very much. Let's continue with the next part.
Window, you can see one of his own paintings. Mr. and Mrs. Clarke and Percy is a very big painting, approximately 3 meters wide and 2 meters high.
Okay, so the painting is quite small. True or false? Any volunteer, please raise your hand.
False.
False, it's false. They say actually that is quite big. Okay, so correct. Let's continue with the next one.
The couple are wearing typical clothes of the late 1960s. Celia is wearing a long dress, and in fact, she was expecting a baby at that time.
Okay, so what about this one? Celia is pregnant in the painting. True or false?
True.
It's true, right? Because they are saying that she was expecting a baby in the painting. So, correct. Now, let's see. Let's continue listening to the audio.
The husband isn't wearing any shoes, and he's putting his feet into the carpet. This was because Hockney had a lot of problems painting his feet. He just couldn't get them right.
Okay, so the next one, Ozzy is putting his feet into the carpet because he's cold. True or false?
True.
False.
It's false. Why do you think it's false? Anyone has the answer why? I'm sorry, this is not the one. This one right here. Okay, I'm going to Iskra.
Because the woman say that he has problems to paint his feet.
Correct. He was having problems painting his feet, so that's why he just decided to put the feet into the carpet. Great catch, Iskra. Thank you very much. Let's continue, okay?
Hockney said that his aim with this painting was to paint the relationship between the two people. Traditionally, when a painter paints a married couple, the woman is sitting down and the man is standing up. In this painting, the man is sitting and the woman is standing.
Okay, so we have the next one. The position of the couple in the painting, it's unusual. True or false?
True.
It's true, right? Does anybody know why? The answer for that? Why the position it's unusual?
The woman is sick and the man is
Yeah, correct. They mentioned that usually in the paintings, the man is standing up, right? Is standing. And usually the woman is sitting. But in this case, as you can see right here in the painting, you have that the woman is standing, right? The woman is standing and he's sitting. So this is completely unusual. So because of that, we got this one, it's true, okay? Fíjense cómo ustedes están tratando de contestar, ¿no? Y yo les entiendo totalmente. Por eso es que siempre les digo, hablen, porque yo igual nos entendemos aquí. Lo importante es que ustedes puedan expresarse, poder explicarme lo que ustedes están entendiendo en el audio. Okay, so just go ahead, go for it, and don't feel any embarrassment right here, okay? Let's continue with the next part.
Usually in a painting, the married couple are close together. But in this painting, they're separated by a big open window, which symbolizes the distance between them.
Okay, we have the open window is a symbol of the love between them. True or false?
False.
It's false, correct. Why? Do you know what's the symbol of the open window? Were you able to catch that?
The distance.
The distance between them, right? Correct. Great catch. Thank you. Let's continue.
The white cat sitting on Mr. Clark is a symbol of infidelity.
Okay, we have the cat is a symbol of infidelity. True or false?
True.
It's true, correct. Okay, let's continue.
It seems that Hockney didn't think that their marriage was going to be very happy, and in fact, the couple got divorced 4 years later.
Okay, so we have, let me check, Celia and Ozzy later got divorced. Is that true or is that false?
Yeah.
It's true, right? They got divorced later, correct.
Celia often posed as a model for Hockney, but she says that this painting, his most famous picture of her, is not her favourite. She said, "It's a wonderful painting."
Okay, so we run out of time. Let's go only with the last part, okay?
1.24 was going to be very happy, and in fact, the couple got divorced 4 years later. Celia often posed as a model for Hockney, but she says that this painting, his most famous picture of her, is not her favourite. She said, "It's a wonderful painting, but it makes me look too heavy." In 1996, 25 years after this picture was painted, Ozzy Clark died. He was murdered by his lover in his Kensington flat.
Okay, so we have that Ozzy Clark died in 1995, and this is false. So what's the real year that Ozzy Clark died? Anyone was able to catch that?
1996.
1996, correct. Only missing by 1 year, correct. Okay, guys. So check your answers. Remember that right here, you also have 2 attempts if you want to double check your activity, okay? Now, let's go to the next activity, and after that, we are going to have a quick break. So the thing that I want to talk to you about is this, prepositions of place, because right here in the audio, you heard a lot of these prepositions. For example, you heard about the window between them, right? Remember that this was a symbol of their distance. So you have the expression between them, right? You have, let me go right here. The window between them, right? If we go right here, we have a window, and you have Mrs. Clark right here, and then you have Mr. right here. So there is a window between them. This is preposition of place. So let's see, because we have some other expressions regarding preposition of place. We also have behind. The pronunciation of this is behind. I don't know if you have ever heard the expression behind the scenes, right? Whenever you talk about movies, behind the scenes of Dune, behind the scenes of Spider-Man. So, detrás de las escenas, ¿verdad? O detrás de cámaras, behind. That is the expression behind. Then you have in front of. Notice where the ball is. In front of, enfrente de. Next to, al lado de. In order to know what's the preposition of place, notice the box and notice also the ball, okay? Right here you have, once again, between, right? Between, en medio. Near, cerca de. Near, no near. Near. Above, arriba, above, below, tienen que haber visto de esta heladería que se llama below, zero, below, abajo, below, And notice the difference between in and on. In es cuando uno puede introducir, meter algo dentro de una caja, por ejemplo, o ver dentro de un cajón o dentro de una maleta. In. But on es cuando yo lo pongo encima de una superficie. On the table, ¿verdad? Puedo poner también en la maleta, pero si no lo meto, sino que lo pongo encima, on. Okay, that is the difference. Okay, so right now, let's go and let's practice the next activity that is actually related with preposition of place. So it's this one right here, okay? Vocabulary prepositions of place. 5A. Let's go with this activity right here. Okay, so some of the expressions that you have right here are on the left, under es abajo, on the left, a la izquierda, on, in front of, next to, in the middle, it's similar to between, ¿verdad? Pero in the middle es en el medio, between es entre, ¿verdad? Esa es la diferencia. In the middle, hay una serie que se llama Malcolm in the Middle, Malcolm en el medio, right? And between, entre. Behind, on the right, and in, okay? So, Michael Tigreros, can you please read the instruction?
Look at some sentence which describe the painting, completing with a word or phrase from the list.
Thank you, Michael. So all of these sentences are describing still the painting, right? So you have to base these descriptions on the painting. So take a look on the painting and just try to match and to fill the gaps with these expressions, okay? I'm going to give you 3 minutes so you can complete all of the 8 sentences, and then we check the answer. Okay, guys. So let's check your answers. Do I have any volunteer for number 1?
Teacher, ¿me puede decir el nombre de la actividad, por favor?
Yes, correct. Let me just tell you, we are on Unit 3C, Ronaldo, and the activity is this one right here. 5A, complete them with a word or phrase from the list. Gotcha?
Thank you, teacher.
Welcome. Okay, so I do have 2 volunteers. Let's go with number 1. Dayanara, can you please read the whole sentence with the answer?
These are 2 people in the room.
Correct. Yes, because they are inside the room. Okay, so great catch, Dayanara. Jose Payasco, can you please go with number 2?
The woman is standing on the left and the man is sitting on the right.
Correct. Great catch, Jose. Thank you very much. Let's continue with number 3. Mateo.
In the middle of the painting, between the man and the woman, there's an open window.
Correct. Great catch. Thank you, Mateo. Let's continue with number 4. Any volunteer for number 4, or should I choose any students? So let's see. Giancarlo Perez, what about number 4? Giancarlos? Are you there? Can you hear me? Giancarlos Perez, are you there? Can you hear me?
On the right.
Sorry?
On the right.
Can you please read the whole sentence? Read it, all of them. Okay, Dalton Moreno, can you please go with number 4?
Okay. What cat is sitting on the main chair?
Correct. A white cat is sitting on the man's chairs. Thank you, Dalton. Let's continue with Dayanara Rosero. What about number 5, Dayanara?
There's a carpet under the man's chair.
Correct. There is a carpet under, right? If you check the painting, we have a carpet right here, right? And this is the chair, so the carpet it's under, debajo de la silla. Great catch, Dayanara. Let's go with number 6, Wendy Lopez. What about number 6, Wendy? Wendy, can you hear me? Are you there? Okay, Alison Toala. What about number 6, Alison?
There is a telephone on the floor behind the man's chair.
Correct. Behind the man's chair. Okay, thank you. Guys, if I'm telling you your name, even though you don't have the answer, please let me know that you can hear me, that you are there, okay? Number 7, Sarai Cerezo.
Next to Miss.
Correct. Next to the telephone, there's a lamp. Great catch, Sarai. Thank you. Let's go with number 8. I'm going to ask to Elizabeth Cambisaca. What about number 8, Elizabeth?
Es justo la que me falta.
Okay, let's analyze the picture, okay? Let me see. Right here you have the woman's, there is a table and you have this word, it's vase or vase, depending of the English that we're speaking, right? Esto es florero, right? With flowers, it. So let's see. Let's take a look on the picture. We have the vase right here, flowers, and the table, right? So take a look. We have the woman right here, and the description says, the woman, there is a table and a vase with flowers. So in which place do you think is this regarding the woman? ¿Cómo lo ves? ¿Cómo tú crees que está ubicado esto en referencia a la mujer?
Okay. Next to or begin? No.
Podría ser next to porque está como de lado, pero ¿qué otra podría ser?
Begin.
Behind, it's atrás.
On the right.
Not really. Es que está un poco difícil, ¿ya? Pero te voy a decir para que tenga sentido un poco más in front of, ¿ya? Es como que está al frente. Y entiendo un poco la confusión porque la señora está como que no en una posición normal, ¿no? Pero es in front of the woman, there is a table and a vase with flowers. ¿Dónde están? Ajá. En este caso sería in. Las flores están dentro del florero. Okay. So let's see. Can you please read the sentence right now that is complete?
In front of the woman, there's a table and a vase with flowers in it.
Correct. Thank you very much. Now, click into finish the attempt so you can register your activity, guys. You can save it. And right now we are going to have a quick break, okay? We are done with unit 1C. And right now we are going to have a break until, let's see, 30. Okay, let's have a break until 11:35, okay? I see you at 11:35. See you. Okay, guys, so we are back. It's already 11:35, so let's restart with the class. And right now, I'm going to ask you to turn on your cameras so I can pass the attendance, okay? I'm gonna pass the attendance once again so you can let me know if you are there. Give me a second because I'm trying to setting this up. Okay, please, Sarai, Daniela, Jose Velasco, Lucila, your cameras, guys, so I can pass the attendance once again.
Miss.
Thank you. Dayanara, Mateo, Cristel, Michael Tigreros, Denise, Ángel, Daniela, Emanuel, John. I'm gonna start passing the attendance, so please let me know if you are there, okay? Alan Acuña.
Good morning.
Thank you, Alan. Steven Alvarado.
Here, miss.
Thank you, Steven. Camila Vaque.
Here.
Thank you, Camila. Iskra Bermúdez.
Here, miss.
Thank you, Iskra. Elizabeth Cambisaca.
Here, Miss.
Thank you, Elizabeth. David Carvajal. David Carvajal. Cristel Cepeda.
Here, Miss.
Thank you,
Here,
Cristel.
miss.
David. David, are you there? Were you the one that said?
Here, miss.
Okay, thank you, David. Sarai Cerezo.
Good morning, Miss.
Good morning, Sarai. Mercedes Correa.
Hi, Miss.
Hi, Mercedes. Yeliver Cruz.
Here, Miss.
Thank you, Yeliver. Rosa Kunishpuma.
Here, Miss.
Rosa. Luis Echeverría.
Here, miss.
Thank you, Luis. Iván Ganchoso.
Here, Miss.
Iván. Ileana García.
Here, Miss.
Thank you, Ileana. Mauricio Garzón.
Here.
Thank you, Mauricio. Evelyn Guamán.
Here.
Thank you, Evelyn. Mateo Jiménez.
Here.
Thank you, Mateo. Wendy López.
Good morning.
Morning, Wendy. Maylin López.
Here, Miss.
Thank you, Maylin. María de los Ángeles Cedeño.
Here, Miss.
Thank you, María de los Ángeles. Valentina Minda. Wilmer Miranda.
Here, teacher.
Thank you, Wilmer. Dalton Moreno.
Here, teacher.
Thank you, Dalton. John Navas.
Here, teacher.
Thank you, John. Miguel Padilla.
Here, miss.
Thank you, Miguel. I'm sorry, right here. José Payasco.
Here, miss.
Thank you, José. Giancarlos Pérez.
Here, miss.
Thank you, Giancarlos. Verónica Pinargote.
Here, teacher.
Thank you, Verónica. Valeria Kishpi.
Here, Miss.
Thank you, Valeria. Ángel Reyes.
Here.
Thank you, Ángel. Dayanara Rosero.
Here.
Thank you, Dayanara. Denise Segovia.
Here, Miss.
Thank you, Denise. Steven Seminario.
Here, Miss.
Thank you, Steven. Blanca Solano.
Hi, Miss.
Hi, Blanca, thank you. Helen Solís. Michael Tigreros.
Here, Miss.
Thank you, Michael. Alison Toala.
Here, teacher.
You, Alison. Genesis Toledo.
Here, Miss.
Thank you, Genesis. José Andrés Velasco.
Here, Miss.
Thank you, José. Daniela Viteri.
Here.
Thank you, Daniela. Paulo Zambrano.
Here, Miss.
Thank you, Paulo. Ángeles Zambrano.
Here, Miss.
Thank you, Ángeles. And Ronaldo Zarauz.
Here, teacher.
Amazing. Thank you, Ronaldo. So guys, once again, you are right here, which it's always great news for me. So let's restart our class, okay? We are going to move forward into the next unit, and this is unit 2A. The name of this unit is Right Place, Wrong Person. And as usual, we are going to cover 3 sections. The first section that is related to the grammar section, it's related to past simple. We are going to check regular and irregular verbs. Into the vocabulary section, we are going to check holidays. And finally, in the pronunciation section, we are going to cover regular verbs whenever they have ed endings, okay? So, let's see. Camila Vaque, can you please read this first bubble right here?
Where did you go on holiday?
Thank you, Camila. Let's see. Wilmer Miranda, can you please read the answer for this question?
I went to be nice with
Venice?
some friends.
Correct. Venice is Venezia in English, right? Italy. So let's continue with the next thing that I want to tell you. Look this very first activity right here. So we have, in 1 minute, write down 5 things you like doing when you're on holiday. Remember that being on holiday, it's when basically you are free. You don't have to go to the university. You don't have to go to work, right? It's basically your vacations. Holiday equals vacation. Holiday can be also Carnaval, Día de los Difuntos, Día de, you can also say 24 de Mayo. Those are holidays, national holidays, okay? So we have that in the holidays, we usually, probably we go to museums, right? So right now, I'm going to ask you that right here in the chat, you write 1 thing that you like to do on holiday. For example, relaxing on the beach. That is a thing that you can do on your holiday. So you are going to write 1 thing you like doing when you're on holiday. Okay, so please write it right there in the chat box so I can check your answer. For example, you can say trying new food. That is another thing that you can do. You can also swimming in the pool. Okay, so please, each of you write an activity that you like to do while you are on holiday. Please, go ahead. Por favor, escriban ahí, correct. Trying new food, listening to Taylor Swift. Okay, we have a Swiftie right here. Iskra, okay, playing beach volleyball with friends, okay. Eat while watching series, that is my kind of plan as well. I like to visit in the beach, okay. You like to go to the beach. I like the beach as well, Jose. Anyone else? Please add your answer in the chat box. Hanging out with friends, okay. Spending time with family, have a picnic on the beach. I like to play football, okay, visit my family, playing football in the beach with my brothers. Eat ice cream on the beach, okay, nice answer as well. I love playing the guitar, amazing. So we have a musician right here. I like playing video games with friends. Mateo, what kind of video games you play? I mean, PlayStation, PC, Call of Duty.
PlayStation.
PlayStation, okay, and what do you play? FIFA, what do you play?
Fortnite.
Fortnite, okay.
Sí.
You are what we know as Niño Rata, right?
No, tanto así. De vez en cuando, no.
Okay, thank you, Mateo. So we have going to the Museum of Cacao. I like to play, okay, we have go to the beach on vacations. I like to make desserts, okay. I like to know other countries. I like to sleep or watch TV series. I like to play video games online. So we have a couple of gamers. I like to play Minecraft with my friends, go cycling in the park. Okay. Let's see. I like listening to music. Amazing. What else? I go for a walk with my daughter, getting to know the city. Okay, amazing. We have many activities right here. Amazing, guys. I appreciate your participation. Now, if you guys go right here to our class notes, you're going to notice that I have added some vocabulary, right? So there are certain vocabulary that we use whenever we want to talk about holiday. For example, take a look at this. I don't know if you're familiar with this term. Go sightseeing, okay? Go sightseeing. Anybody knows what sightseeing means? Okay. This is a new term. This term, it's always used whenever you travel or whenever you are on vacation. So this is going to be useful for you. I'm going to tell you what's the meaning of this. Second, because I think I deleted it. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what sightseeing means, okay? Let me go right here. I'm going to change this. Okay, yes.
Miss Sight es suspiro.
I mean, kind of, yes, but in this case, we have sightseeing, okay? A veces que hay palabras así compuestas como que tienen un significado si los desprendemos, ¿no? Pero como aquí, fíjate que está unido todo, tiene totalmente otro significado. No tiene nada que ver con sightseeing, con suspiro, pero es válido lo que me estás diciendo, ¿ya? Pero es algo que lo van a usar, diría yo, de ahora en adelante porque está relacionado si ustedes quieren hablar con holidays on vacations. And I'm going to give you an example. Okay, let's see. For example, you said while sightseeing in Ecuador, don't miss the chance to visit Las Peñas where you can admire colorful houses, okay? So take a look at this sentence right here. While sightseeing in Ecuador, don't miss the chance to visit Las Peñas, where you can admire colorful houses. So, what do you think sightseeing means according to this sentence? Anyone?
Yo.
Yes, go ahead.
Era pregunta. Como una visita rápida o visita.
Kind of, correct. It's like sightseeing basically refers to the activity of visiting tourist attractions, monuments, historical buildings, landscapes. So it's like basically sightseeing es como ir a visitar sitios turísticos, ¿verdad? Como que, for example, you can also say, sightseeing the downtown of Guayaquil. Okay, so I'm sightseeing downtown of Guayaquil, right? You know that downtown of Guayaquil is 9 de octubre, right? So sightseeing, go sightseeing es como que ir a ver monumentos. O sea, uno puede ir a hacer sightseeing en Guayaquil, por ejemplo, a el Malecón, a la calle Panamá. Todo eso es sightseeing. Miren que aquí en la figura, de hecho, hay como que se los llevan siempre a los lugares que son imperdibles en cada uno de los lugares donde uno visita. Okay, so that is part of the vocabulary of holidays and vacation. Go sightseeing. Another term that you can use is go swimming. In fact, some of you use this expression right here in the chat. Go swimming or go sailing, go surfing, go fishing, go out at night, go out at night. So you can also use this expression, go by bus, cuando se transportan, go by bus, por la Reina del Camino, for example, right? Or go by car, you can go in your own car, cuando van en su propio carro, go by car, go by plane, right? When you take a plane, toman un vuelo en Spirit, go by plane, or go by train. So depending on the transportation, you're going to use the term. Go by bus, go by car, go by plane, go by train. Go on holiday, irse de vacaciones, irse de feriado. Go on holiday. Go skiing, como que irse a esquiar, acá nosotros no es tan común, pero algo más común es go walking, go cycling. Somebody in the chat also talk about cycling. Go abroad. Anybody knows what go abroad means? Anyone? No? Okay. Give me a sec. Okay, go abroad, basically it's when you leave your country. Go abroad, it's like go outside your country. So go abroad, it's basically, if you say this, on my last vacations, I went abroad. You can say, on my last holidays, I went abroad, I went to Houston. okay? So you leave the country, you leave the country, you are not in your country anymore. Es como que irse al exterior, algo así, okay? Go abroad. Whenever you see this expression is that you are leaving your country. Go camping, go camping, go for a walk, and go away for a weekend. Como que irse de fin de semana, como que ese fin de semana se escapa. Go away for the weekend, okay? So let's go back to our Moodle platform and let's see, as I was telling you, we were on unit 2A. This is the unit that right now we are going to cover, okay? We already did this. And right now we have this paragraph, right? This is a reading activity. So do I have any volunteer for read this paragraph about Joe? Joe 28, a flight attendant. Anybody would like? Amazing. Dayanara, can you please, you are going to read Joe's part, okay? From last October until any. So go ahead.
¿Hasta dónde, disculpa?
Like everything, like from last October until anyone.
Okay, okay. Okay. Last October, I went on holiday to Thailand for 2 weeks with my girlfriend, Mia. The holiday began well. We spent 2 days in Bangkok and saw the floating market and the royal palace. But things went wrong when we left Bangkok. I wanted to stay in hotels, which were basic but clean. But Mia said they were too uncomfortable, and so we stayed in quite expensive hotels. I want to experience in the local atmosphere, but Mia just want to go shopping. I knew Mia very well, but you don't know a person until you travel with them. It was awful. We argued about everything. For our last 4 days, we went to Koh Chang, a beautiful island. It was like being in paradise. The weather was lovely, and the beaches were wonderful. But we just sunbathed without speaking. We spent our last night back in Bangkok, and we went for a drink with some Australians. They were really friendly, and Mia started flirting with one of the boys. That was the end. When we arrived at Heathrow Airport the next day, we decided to break up. I took hundreds of photos, but when I got home, I didn't show them to anyone.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Dayanara. Great reading, okay? So take a look that in the reading that Dayanara just did, we have some highlighted words, right? Highlighted, palabras resaltadas. We have hostels, atmosphere, flirting, and break up, okay? So probably you can imagine what hostel means, hostales, right? It's like a cheaper way it's the cheaper version of the hotel, right? We have the hotel, tenemos el hotel y su versión más económica que son los hostels. Now, atmosphere, atmósfera, flirting, coquetear, break up, rompimiento, okay? So that was Joe's point of view. Now, we are going to see Laura's point of view. Laura, it's a 26-year-old nurse, and right here she's telling us her story. So do I have any volunteer to read Laura's part? Iskra, can you please read the whole Laura section?
Laura. Last spring, my best friend Isabel and I booked a holiday in Venice. We rent a small apartment for a week with a fantastic view of the canals. At the last moment, another friend, Linda, asked if she could come too. We felt sorry for her because she had problems with her boyfriend, so we said yes. Venice was magical and the weather was perfect, but the holiday was a disaster for one simple reason. Linda was so mean. She had a good job, so she's not poor, but she just didn't want to pay for anything. When we went seaside, Miss, ¿cómo era la pronunciación? Seaside.
Sightseeing.
Sightseeing.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. When we went sightseeing, she didn't want to go to any museum or galleries that cost money. When we went on a gondola, she complaining that it was very expensive. When we went to have lunch or dinner, she always wanted to go to cheap restaurants, or she bought pizza and ate them in the flat. But the night I invited her and Isabel out on my birthday, she closed the most expensive things on the menu. The worst thing was that although Isabel and I paid for the apartment, Linda never once bought us a coffee or a drink. I'd love to go back to Venice one day, but without Linda.
Amazing, Iskra. Thank you very much. Notice that in the case of Iskra, she didn't remember how to pronounce this, but she told me, Miss, how do you pronounce this? So there's nothing wrong to mispronounce words, guys, okay? So just the fact that you are reading this out loud, you are improving your English. So kudos and great job to Dayanara and Iskra for helping me with the reading part. Now, my question for you guys is, what's the common thing between these two? I will say this is stories, because we have Joseph's stories and also Laura's. What is happening right here? What do they have in common? Jose, what's the common thing right here? What is happening in both of the situations? Jose Velasco.
Sorry, I don't pay attention.
Okay. At least you are being honest. So thank you, Jose. Okay, so let's see. Jellybean, what's the common thing? What is happening right here? It's Joe having a good time, or is he having a bad time?
No entendí mucho, Miss.
Okay, thank you, Jellybean. Okay, anybody it's able to telling me if these persons right here are having a good time or bad time? John.
And Joe and Laura having a bad time because the person who do you say acompañar? How do you say acompañar?
The person that they are with them, okay?
With them. Do a bad thing or anything.
Yes, correct. Notice, John is saying, guys, you don't have to catch every word. No tienen que entender todas las palabras. Con que entiendan el contexto, you're fine. So basically right here, we know that something is going wrong right here, right? He's complaining about Mia, right? He had a bad holiday, and Laura also have a bad holiday, okay? So the situation, no good. The situation is bad right here in both of this, in this story. So take a look. You don't know a person until you travel with them. That is completely true. I can tell you that this is true. You don't know a person until you travel with them. And Dalton, can you please read this? The phrase, this quote in blue.
Okay. I'd love to go back to Venice one day, but without Linda.
Correct. Thank you, Dalton. Okay, so we're having a situation right here, right? And right now, we are going to go to the next activity, okay? Okay, take a look. We are going to go with 4 grammar, past simple, regular, and irregular verbs. Remember something, guys. I'm going to refresh this, even though that I know that you are familiar with this content, but remember that we have 3 basic tenses: present, past, and future. Right now, we are going to be focused on the past tense, right? Things that already happened, things that are in the past, okay? So, remember something. We have regular and irregular verbs, okay? Recuerden que cuando hablamos de past tense, nosotros tenemos verbos regulares y verbos irregulares. Una manera de acordarse de los verbos regulares e irregulares y saber cuál es la diferencia es que los verbos regulares son los que no nos dan mayor problema, son los más bonitos, porque solamente yo le agrego ed para hacerlo pasado. Y los verbos irregulares son los verbos más problemáticos, los que cambian totalmente para hacerse pasado. ¿A qué me refiero? For example, take a look. Regular verbs, the change is minimum, and the irregular verbs, the change is huge. So a regular verb will be watch, because if I want to turn this in past tense, I only add ed, watch it, right? Same thing with walk, I only add ed. Same thing with talk, I only add ed, right? I'm sorry. But in some cases, we have really annoying verbs, such as this one right here, get. In this case, we don't do this, get it. That doesn't exist, that is incorrect. So the correct way will be got. So you see, it's different, right? So another example, for example, we have eat. In this case, we don't say eat it. That doesn't exist. The correct way will be ate. Okay, so we have different types of verbs. Now, let's see and let's go back now, knowing this. Let's go to this activity. 4A, what is the past simple of these verbs? Are they regular or irregular? Check your answers in Joe's text. So we have to focus in this part right here, Joe's text, okay? No Laura's, only Joe's. Let's click and let's open this activity. Okay, so the possible verbs that we have in Joe's text are go, begin, spend, leave, want, be, stay, think, know, argue, sunbathe, and take. Now, let's go to Joe's text and let's try to find all of the verbs, the past verbs right here, okay? So, let's see the first paragraph. We have, last October, I went on holiday to Thailand for 2 weeks with my girlfriend Mia. Question, do we have any past tense verb right here in this first paragraph? Went, correct. So which one is the the present tense verb related to when? Correct. So went, go. Ir, fue. Okay? Go, went. Let's continue with the next paragraph. We have the holiday began well. Do we have any past tense verb right here?
Yes.
Which one?
Began.
Began, correct. So, which one is the present tense verb that is related to began?
Begin.
Begin, correct. So, begin, began. Begin, began. Let's continue with the next one. We spent 2 days in Bangkok and saw the floating market and the royal palace. Do we have any past tense verbs?
Spent.
Spent, correct. So let's see. What's the present tense verb related to spend? Correct. Notice that it's almost the same thing, but we changed the by T. So this one is spent, right? At the end, como que la pronunciación va una D, spent. And this one right here, la pronunciación es como una T al final. Casi que es lo mismo. Spent, spent. Okay, basically the same thing. Now, let's see the next one. We spent 2 days in Bangkok and saw the floating market and the royal palace. Do we have any other verb? So, correct. So what's the verb that, well, basically we don't have it right here. Aquí no tenemos el verbo, but what's the present tense verb for so?
Sí.
See, right? See, correct. Let me write it right here. So it's see and saw, correct. We don't have it that in the list, but anyway, good catch right there. Now, let's continue. We have, but things went wrong when we left Bangkok. So do we have any past tense verbs?
Went.
Again, and we have another one. Which one is the additional one?
Left.
Left. Correct. Left. What's the verb in present tense right here?
Leave.
Leave. Correct. So we have leave and left. Leave, left. Lo mismo que izquierda. Leave y left. Now, let's continue the next one. I wanted to stay in hostels which were basic but clean, but Mia said they were too uncomfortable, and so we stayed in quite expensive hotels. So this is a big paragraph. Can you please list all of the past verbs right here? Allison.
Is wanted and
What else?
said
Correct.
and stayed.
Stay. Correct. There is one that you are skipping. One missing.
Stayed.
Yes, another one. Take a look. Where?
Where?
Correct. This is the verb to be, right? The verb to be in past tense. So right here we have where, right? You can either say what or where. And right here you also say wanted. Correct. And also you said state. Amazing. Thank you very much. Now let's continue. We have, I wanted to experience the local atmosphere, but Mia just wanted to go shopping. I thought I knew Mia very well, but you don't know a person until you travel with them. It was awful. We argue about everything. So, do we have any verbs in past tense right here?
Yes, though. And
Thought. What else?
new.
You, correct. Okay, so thought, which one is the present verb tense for thought? Think, right?
Think.
Correct. So we have thought. And right here we have new. So think, thought, know, new. Similar to new de nuevo, right? But in this case, we have a K. Now, we have another one. Which one is it? Take a look. Argued, past tense. So we have it right here. Okay, let's go with the last part. We have, for our last 4 days, we went to Ko Chan, a beautiful, guys, notice this word right here, right? Normalmente la gente, como lo ve así escrito, lo pronuncia island. I'm sorry, island, right? So, hay mucha mala pronunciación de esta palabra. Okay, entonces, la correcta pronunciación es island. Island, no Iceland. Island. Island. It was like being in paradise. The weather was okay, lovely, and the beaches were wonderful, but we just sunbathed without speaking. We spent our last night back in Bangkok, and we went for a drink with some Australians. They were really friendly, and Mia started flirting with one of the boys. That was the end. When we arrived at Heathrow Airport, the next day we decided to break up. I took hundreds of photos, but when I got back home, I didn't show them to anyone. So which one are the remaining two past tense verbs right here?
Sunbathed.
Correct. It's similar, sunbathed. And what about this one?
Took.
Took. Correct. Now, notice something, guys. And I wanted that you pay really good attention right here. So take a look. We have go and went. Is this regular or irregular?
Irregular.
Irregular, right? Because it changed completely. Now we have begin and began. Regular or irregular?
Irregular.
Irregular because it changed, completely as well. Spent and spent. Regular or irregular?
Irregular.
Irregular, correct. Leave and left. Regular or irregular, correct. Want and wanted. Regular or irregular?
Regular.
Regular, because we only add ed. Now, be regular or irregular?
Irregular.
Irregular, right? Change completely. Stay and state. Regular or irregular?
Regular.
Regular, correct. We only add ed. Thin and thought. Regular or irregular?
Irregular.
Irregular. No and new.
Irregular.
Irregular as well. Argue and argued.
Regular.
Regular, because we only add the D. Sunbathe and sunbathed.
Regular.
Regular. And take and took.
Irregular.
Irregular, correct. So click in to finish the time so you can save your activity, guys. Okay, so there you go. And right now, let's go to the next activity that is also related with verbs. Now, before we continue into the next topic, guys, there is like many irregular verbs. Okay, hay una lista larga de verbos irregulares. Okay, I mean, I won't tell you, hey, you have to learn the irregular verbs for tomorrow. It doesn't make any sense. Yo no les voy a pedir jamás, chicos, mañana se aprenden toda la lista de irregulares. No, no funciona así. Lo que sí es que con la práctica uno va adquiriendo esto. Let me give you a list of irregular verbs. You can Google any of the lists that you can find on the internet, because in some cases you find the list with the traductions, right? With the, let me check. Okay, let me, first of all, I think that this one is better because this is the 15 common verbs, right? So usually you're going to see the list 3 different verbs: infinitive, past simple, and past participle. Okay, así es que normalmente van a ver una lista de verbos irregulares. Si el verbo no está aquí, es porque el verbo es regular y solamente se le agrega la E o la D, ¿verdad? Entonces, por ejemplo, aquí no van a encontrar walk, no está aquí, porque obviamente es un verbo regular, no entra en esta lista, ¿no? Entonces, aquí encuentran infinitivo, que es la forma base, que es la forma, como no se la cambia, la forma que se utiliza en presente. Está la que estamos viendo ahorita, que es past simple, y está también en past participle, ¿verdad? Que se utiliza en present perfect, que eso lo vamos a ver más adelante, ¿no? Puede ser que en algunos documentos también se refieran a esto como B1, B1, B2, B2 y B3, ¿ya? Entonces, si ustedes lo llegan a ver así, se trata de eso. Déjenme ver si acá, por ejemplo, lo ponen así. Okay. This is what I'm referring to, right? B1, infinitivo, B2, past simple, y B3, past participle. So if you ever see it like this, you know it now, okay? Si lo llegan a ver así, ya saben a lo que se refiere, como para que no los tome por sorpresa. Now, I'm going to share with you one of these lists, okay? So you can have it. I'm not telling you, no les estoy diciendo que se la vayan a aprender porque definitivamente no funciona así y lo que más van a hacer es acogerle fastidio al inglés y ese no es lo que yo estoy buscando. Right? So once again, you have it. Infinitive, you also have the past tense and past participle. Okay, I'm gonna share this with you in case that you wanna double check it. You can also look at by yourself. That is up to you. Okay. Lo que sí podría serles de ayuda, como para que vayan aprendiendo unos, son memorizarse los que más uno utiliza. ¿Cuáles son los que más uno utiliza? For example, it. It is something that usually you are going to use in any sentence. So you know that it is 8, right? For example, interwave is not something really common. En el caso de interwave, no es algo que solamos utilizar. Entonces, no es que digo que no se lo aprendan, pero no es prioridad, right? In the case of feel, de sentir, felt. Entonces, también podría ser uno que yo podría ponerlo en mi lista para recordar. Es una manera también que uno puede irlos memorizando, ¿ok? Now, you already have this, and right now, I'm going to ask you to go to the next activity. It's this one right here, okay? We already did 4A. Right now, let's do 4B. What are the infinitive? So please click into 4B, and right there, you are going to find a list of verbs. So you have all of this. I'm going to give you 3 minutes, right? So no, let's have 5 minutes, okay? So you can check if this verb is, first of all, identify if it's irregular or if this regular, okay? Check that. And after that, you are going to go with the infinitive. Recuerden que infinitive es la forma base, la primera, el V1. Aquí ustedes, todos estos están en V2 o en past tense. Okay, entonces ustedes tienen que ver la forma base. Okay, let's have 5 minutes for this. Okay, guys, let's check the answers for this. So, let's see, Ronaldo Saraus. So, Ronaldo, booked is regular or irregular?
Irregular.
Okay, how would you do the infinitive of book? What's the infinitive? What's the answer right here, Ronaldo?
Book.
Book, correct? So notice something, Ronaldo. This is the infinitive, right? And this is the past tense. So we are only adding ed. So this is regular, okay? So take a look right here. Regular verbs, the change is minimum. So we have book and the verb in past tense is booked, ed. So this is regular. Y a la final aquí alguien está un poco confundido porque ve la palabra book y ustedes dicen, pero book es el libro de leer, ¿verdad? Pero book puede ser, como muchas otras palabras, utilizado como sustantivo o como verbo. Es decir, dependiendo del contexto, siempre dependiendo del contexto. Entonces, si yo digo, I read a book, en este caso lo estoy utilizando como noun, como sustantivo, ¿verdad? Como un libro. Pero si yo digo, I book, utilizando este, que también, I book a hotel room, ¿ok? En este caso, ¿verdad? Me lo señala porque quiere que lo cambie a pasado, sino que no lo cambio a pasado todavía para que vean que igual este book significa reservar, ¿verdad? Reservar en términos de reservar hotel, reservar un vuelo, ¿verdad? En términos de vacaciones, en términos de turismo, booked es un verbo de reservar. Entonces, por ahí viene esa diferencia, ¿ok? Now, we have the next one, David Carvajal. What about cost?
Regular.
Irregular or regular? David?
Teacher.
Ajá.
Book hay que poner con mayúscula.
Good question. No, it's with right there. Okay. With lowercase, okay, minúscula, lowercase. Now, cost, David. Once again, regular or irregular?
Regular.
Irregular, okay. How is the infinitive of cost? Okay, I'm gonna go.
Cost.
Correct. It's the exact same verb. Let me go right here. So you have remember, B1 for infinitive. And right here you have B2 for past tense. So we have the first one that is book, and right here booked. In this case, cost is exact same thing, right? So this is regular. This is a regular verb, and this is irregular, okay? Let's continue with the next one. We have rent, okay? Rent, Jellyber Cruz. So first of all, Jellyber, is this regular or irregular?
Is regular.
Okay, how's the infinitive of rent?
Reg.
Correct. So we have like this, rent. So let's go to our chart right here, and we go rent. This is regular, and the past tense is rented. And in this case, it's going to be like this, okay? Let's continue. I'm gonna make it move. Complain, Valeria Kispi. So this is regular or irregular?
This is regular.
Correct. And how's the infinitive of complain?
Complain.
Correct. Without the ed, right? Complain. So in this case, complain, quejarse, right? So let's go once again right here. Complain. And this is regular. And complain. Okay. So Alan, what about asked? Regular or irregular?
Irregular.
Regular or irregular?
Regular.
Regular. How is the infinitive of asked?
As.
Correct, without the ed. Amazing. Thank you, Alan. Now, wanted. Let's see. Ángel Reyes. Regular or irregular?
Regular.
Okay, what's the infinitive of wanted?
Want.
Correct. Thank you very much, Ángel. Cool. Cool. Rosa Kunishpuma. Regular or irregular?
Irregular.
Okay, what's the infinitive of cool?
Cool.
In this case, it's going to be can.
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 Oh.
Okay. Aquí con esto de cool y can lo vamos a ver un poco más adelante, porque can y cool, o sea, estos de aquí, no son verbos regulares, sino que estos se llaman modal verbs, verbos modales, ¿no? Se los voy a decir de manera súper breve porque más adelante lo vamos a elaborar más. Pero es que could y can se utilizan para hablar de possibility, ¿verdad? Para hablar de posibilidad. Por ejemplo, yo digo, I can cook Italian food. Yo puedo cocinar comida italiana. Yo tengo esa habilidad, esa, ¿verdad? Aquí voy a poner ability, ¿verdad? Eso es algo que yo puedo hacer ahorita. Ahora yo puedo hacer cocina italiana. Tomé un curso y tengo la habilidad de hacerlo. Ahora, digamos que yo digo, I could cook Italian food, but I forget how to do it. Okay. Aquí este could ya es en pasado. Yo podía cocinar comida italiana, pero me olvidé cómo hacerlo. Entonces, es un past ability. Entonces, era una habilidad pasada. Ya no puedo. Lo mismo podría decir, I can ride a bike. Yo puedo montar una bicicleta. Y podría decir, I could ride a bike. Podía montar bicicleta, pero como ya no he practicado, ya no me acuerdo. ¿Okay? Entonces, Ahí, por eso es que en este caso, can y could, okay? Now, we have bought. Mauricio Garzón, bought. Regular or irregular?
It's irregular.
Irregular, correct. What's the infinitive of bought?
By.
By, correct. There you go, by. Thank you, Mauricio. Ileana Garcia, felt. Regular or irregular? Sorry, Ileana, I cannot hear you.
It's irregular.
It's irregular. What's the infinitive?
Fault.
Not really. This is like, let's see. If you go to your list right here, take a look. Remember that you can always go check to your list, right? And right here you have felt, feel, de sentir, ¿verdad? I feel sad. I felt sad. So it's like this, okay? Felt y feel. A la final puede que Ileana se haya confundido con este de acá. De fall, de caer, ¿verdad? En ese caso si es fall o cuando uno dice fall in love, enamorarse. Fall y fell es diferente, ¿sí? Now, let's go to the next one. We have ate, Iván Ganchoso.
The verb in infinitive is eat.
Eat, correct. And this is regular or irregular?
Verb is irregular.
Correct. Thank you, Van. Now we have hat, Wendy Lopez, regular or irregular?
Regular.
How is the infinitive? Wendy?
Have.
Have, correct. So this is irregular, okay? Thank you, Wendy. Iskra, what about invited? Regular or irregular?
Regular.
Okay, and what's the infinitive?
Invite.
Invite, correct. Thank you, Iskra. Dayanara, what about set?
Say.
Correct. Regular or irregular?
Irregular.
Puede que nos confunda por lo que cambia, ¿verdad? Pero es que hay, miren, fíjense acá porque hay como que reglas, como en todos los verbos, ¿no? Say es un verbo regular, pero como yo tengo la Y, esa Y la cambio por la I latina y queda así, pero es regular, ¿ya? Ustedes no lo van a encontrar en esa lista que yo les mandé, ¿ok? Ok, we have choose. Let's see. Choose. Alison Toala. Chose. What?
Infinitive is choose.
Correct. It's choose and chose. Okay. This is infinitive, choose, and this one is chose. Thank you, Alison. Verónica Pinargote, was.
Was.
Uh-huh. Was. What's the infinitive of was? You can check right here. Take a look. Look. Was and the infinitive is be. Okay? Now, we have the next one. Pay. Paulo Zambrano.
Sería pay.
Pay. Regular or irregular?
Irregular.
It's the same thing as right here. Es un caso similar al de acá. Estos que terminan, ¿verdad? Como termina así también, pay, yo le cambio la Y por la I latina y queda así. Lo mismo que acá, pero sigue siendo regular. Ya no lo encuentran en la lista. Thank you, Paulo. And finally, we have went. So, Steven Alvarado.
Go.
Go. So, this is regular or irregular?
Irregular.
Irregular, correct. Okay, guys. Please save your activity. And we're gonna stop right there. And right now, let me tell you about, give me a second because I need to. Okay, right now I'm going to tell you the activities that you have to develop as homework, okay? So take a look. We just developed activities from the student book. Unit 2A, right place, wrong person, student book. You guys are going to develop these activities from the workbook, okay? Unit A, right place, wrong person, workbook. I'm going to screenshot this. And the activities that you will have to develop are, first of all, write the phrases from vocabulary. Also, 1D, complete the sentences with adjective. Let me screenshot this. And you will also have to develop grammar, past simple, regular and irregular verbs. 2A, 2B, and 2C. I'm going to send this right here, and I'm also going to send this through the WhatsApp group, okay? You have to develop these activities before Thursday's class, okay? Tienen que realizarlas antes de la clase del día jueves 9 de la mañana, okay? This is homework, okay? So once again, please pay attention. Unit 2A, right place, wrong person, workbook, vocabulary holidays, 1A and 1D. And then grammar, 2A, 2B, and 2C. So there are 5 activities that you will have to develop before next class on Thursday. Any questions about this? Okay, so no questions, everything is clear, we are all on the same page. Okay, guys, if there is no questions at all, we are going to see each other on Thursday. Once again, I really appreciate your participation and the fact that you arrive on time, and also that your cameras are on all the time. Okay, so thank you, and I see you on Thursday. Bye.
Goodbye, Miss.
Bye, thank you.
Bye, teacher.
Thank you.
Bye, teacher.
Bye.
Bye, Miss.
Bye, guys. Thank you.